I will take the question on where the money for SHA is being kept. And Leon, I like your passion on this issue. This is what I've told you before, that SHA, the SHA Act created an organization called Social Health Authority. It also created 3 funds. The first fund called the Social Health Insurance Fund, a second fund called the Primary Health Care Fund, and a third fund called the Emergency, Critical and Chronic Illness Fund. To be able to facilitate smooth operations, because these funds are designated, we opened bank accounts to facilitate collection of the 2.75 under SHIF, a bank account to facilitate receipt and disbursement of money under primary health, and another bank account to facilitate collection and disbursement of money under the Emergency, Critical and Chronic Illness Fund. Today we run bank accounts in the SHIF bank accounts are distributed in 6 commercial banks regulated by Central Bank, and each of the other funds has an account in 1 bank. And then we have SHA, the organization, also running its own bank account. So how do we receive the money? A payer, whether employer or an individual, you interact with our system. We generate a payment advice for you. When you get the payment advice, the banks we are working with have their systems integrated to our system. So when you go to the bank with the payment advice number, the bank will be able to access your payment advice, which has also the amount, and receive the money. And the assurance I want to give is that the monies from those funds are with those banks, and this is the same money we are using to pay the hospitals. We have so far collected more than 20 billion, and we have, like the DG had said, been disbursing, and we continue to disburse to hospitals. This week alone, we have disbursed 2.6 billion to healthcare providers. On the issue of RUFA, I think it had been clarified that the RUFA survey covered around 270 facilities out of 1,000. And I'm saying this confidently because we have since had a meeting and an engagement with RUFA to clarify that. Out of these facilities, we clarified which facility was affected in which way. We had a few facilities in their list whose bank details were not correct, so the funds that were supposed to have gone to them were returned. And those who have corrected their bank details have since received their money. We also had facilities who were asked in the RUFA survey to say whether they received SHA money in October. And we clarified to RUFA and its membership that we did not disburse SHA money in October because October was our first month. Our first disbursement under SHA happened in December. So if you ask a facility whether they received money for SHA in October or November, the answer will be obviously no, because there were no disbursement. The first disbursement under SHA was in December. So coming to the very last issue, the issue of clinical officers. The issue of clinical officers is actively being addressed under the guidance of the Ministry of Health, and can be looked at from 2 perspectives. Number 1 is contracting of the facilities, and then number 2 is allowing the practitioners, who are now the clinical officers, to request for pre-authorizations in our system. On the issue of facilities, I think that one has largely been addressed, because facilities owned by clinicians, just like facilities owned by any other person, are empaneled, and there is a very elaborate procedure under KPMDC. KPMDC works in collaboration with the other regulators in empaneling facilities. Then they are brought to SHA for contracting. And on the issue of the professionals, this is an issue that has been raised. And even yesterday, as late as yesterday, there was a meeting between the Association of Clinicians, the Ministry, SHA, and other players with a view to find a solution to that issue. And I'm very confident that a solution will be found. Thank you.